Hello everybody, I am Japneet Anand. I am a counseling psychologist and today I'm going to talk on behalf of Ansh Foundation. Ansh Foundation is a foundation that is working towards sensitive issues that exist in our society that has had impact on people, and hence this foundation is doing a very good work wherein they are trying to create awareness, help to build much more empathetic and sensitive humans, which means that today when I'm speaking to all of you, I am here to make you aware about a very sensitive topic that exists in our society, which is child sexual abuse. We have heard the name, we are aware that this name, this particular term is being used in our society, but we do not know the way it has impacted our society. So today I'll want to talk much more into details about child sexual abuse. Along with that, I'm going to also talk to you about the measures that as an adult you can take. Okay, so just before I start, thank you so much Akash, thank you Suresh, hello to all of you. We have just started here. Okay, thank you for a very warm welcome. Even before, I would like to make you guys understand about the alarming signs that about child sexual abuse. I would rather want to talk about what do you really understand by child sexual abuse. Well, our experiences in childhood play a very major role in shaping our health and also our well-being throughout our lives. Sexual abuse in childhood can leave scars that can last for a lifetime. कभी-कभी हमको ऐसा लगता है कि बचपन में हुआ, याद नहीं होगा, समझ में नहीं आया, पर हम सबको पता है कि बचपन में हर एक चीज़ जो हो रही होती है वो सब कुछ हमको बहुत अच्छी तरीके से याद रहता है. That really has a very huge impact on our mental self, and since I am a psychologist, I definitely understand this in much more details, that how in your psychology, in your mind, an abuse, what it can all do to you. So let's understand that this abuse ये होता क्या है. सो फर्स्टली मैं डेफिनेशन के साथ शुरू करना चाहूँगी that sexual abuse is any sexual contact between a child and an adult or using a child for sexual purposes. It is often done by someone the child trusts or knows, and a child who is under the age of 17 is categorized under child sexual abuse, and mostly it comes across like a secret between those two people. Mostly it is a disguise that a person gets into and this abuse happen. Abuse could be in the form of something physical, but it could also be inappropriate information being given to children at an inappropriate age, and at the same time be exposing them to pornography. All of these things comes under child sexual abuse. I would now want to, of course, talk in details about how does it affect a child as well. Well, it is estimated that 1 in 3 girls and 1 in 6 boys are sexually abused very very commonly in our country. So which means that ऐसा नहीं है कि ये abuse सिर्फ happens with little girls but also little boys, and I would say that it is much more difficult to understand when it is a boy involved in this, because we do not realize that how a boy can also be abused, and hence we do not take it very very seriously. But understand that your child, or if you are the child, or you are an elder brother or a sister of a little child in your house, understand that you have to be very very mindful about what is happening with this brother of yours or with your child if he's showing any kind of signs and symptoms. I'm going to talk on a very very elaborate way about the symptoms, and they are something like, first of all, the child starts experiencing nightmares or sleep problems. It could be time पे नींद नहीं आना, it could be things like बीच में से डर के बच्चा उठ जाता है, it could be anything, but any kind of a sleep problem does indicate. But what I'm telling you is that these alarming signs, if they happen just one symptom, it doesn't qualify for it. You need to at least have 5 to 6 symptoms out of the ones that I'm going to talk to you about, and then try to understand. Then comes your child seems to suddenly look distracted, or distant from people, which means that शायद स्कूल जाने का मन ना करे, शायद अपने दोस्तों से बात करने का मन ना करे. So all of these things qualify that the child is going through something very major inside, because abuse for a child is very simply put that the child cannot comprehend. Child को समझ ही नहीं आ रहा कि उसके साथ हो क्या रहा है. Then comes sudden change in eating habits, eating very little, puking, not feeling well physically. All of these things are also signs of sexual abuse. You must be so surprised कि मैं इतनी generic चीज़ों के बारे बात कर रही हूँ. सोना, उठना बैठना, खाना पीना, and all these things are qualifying that your child must be going through abuse. Well, a child doesn't know how to tell you directly, so the child will always give you many symptoms so that you understand that an abuse has happened. Because frankly, even a child doesn't know कि उसके साथ हुआ क्या है. Hence, वो जो कुछ भी हो रहा है उस बच्चे के साथ, it's like absolutely it's like a question for him. He or she is also going through a lot of mental stress, trauma. Then comes sudden mood fluctuations, mood swings आएंगे, mood fluctuations आएंगे, a lot of anger outbursts you will see. Now this comes as the 4th step, right? Then comes the 5th alarming sign. The child tries to give you a hint, tries to give you a cue by having discussions about sexual things. I'll give you an example. Suppose there is an ad which is coming for maybe sanitary napkins, and a child will suddenly ask the mother questions about it, even though the child must be seeing this advertisement for a very long time. So this is like the child is trying to give you a cue, is trying to give you a hint that, you know, he's understanding these things. Then comes the child starts to either write, draw, or play very frightening images. Like he would watch something very scary, very dark. He would draw something too much into black and red. There will be something like writing while the child is writing, the impression of that writing is on the other page as well, which is again aggression. So ये बहुत frightening तरीकों से ये आपको child बताएगा. Then comes a new fear being developed. The fear could be fear of darkness. Suppose it is happening in a dark room, so the fear of darkness might develop. The fear could be fear of loneliness. अकेले मत छोड़ो मुझे. The fear could be strange things like I'm scared of coffee, as an example. He will say कि when somebody drinks coffee, I get scared. You'll be so surprised, no, that how can drinking coffee will be a problem. Well, yes, that also qualifies that a very strange fear that your child is developing. You need to understand what it is all about. Then your child will exhibit adult-like behavior, behaving like a very mature person, having that kind of ways of talking and the behavior accordingly. Also, the child will also have like stop sharing, stop talking too much, or the child will be like very secretive, and you will find something very curious about your own child. कुछ ऐसा लगेगा जैसे what is happening, I mean I don't understand my own child. Then now these were the signs and symptoms which generally exists with children who are really smaller in age. You could consider 13 and below. I would also now talk about a very crucial age of a child's life, which is 13 to 17 years old. And let's understand how do these kids exhibit alarming signs and signals. Suddenly this older child starts to behave like a younger child. As an example, thumb sucking. As an example, bedwetting. These are the ways of showing that I am being abused sexually, or I have been abused sexually. Then also this older child, means the age 13 child and above, will have new words for private body parts. Again, curiosity is developing, and hence the behavior is trying to show you that, you know, I have been abused, or it's a way of seeking help. Then comes with this adolescent self-injury, self-harm, that the child is so emotionally so disturbed that he tries to show you in the form of abusing his own self, inflicting pain on his own self. Then comes अपना personal hygiene थोड़ा inadequate होगा. That person will be less hygienic during this period as well. Use of drugs like alcohol could also come in here. A very young boy, maybe of class 8, class 9, would be seen either smoking or drinking, and you've caught your child. Think about it. Emotionally, the child is going through a plethora of emotions. बहुत कुछ ऊपर नीचे सब कुछ हो रहा है इस बच्चे के साथ, लेकिन this child is not able to tell you what exactly is happening. So what will the child do? The child will show it through his actions, and that is why today we are discussing actions. Then comes also depression and anxiety. A sudden depression, a sudden anxiety, sudden fear being developed in your child. Then comes also suicidal attempts. Along with that comes eating disorders, compulsive eating, not eating at all, things like this. And finally, running away from people, running away from home sometimes, wanting to stay outdoors. All of these things are signs and symptoms of an older child. While I'm explaining all of these things, I would request all of you, if you have any question, you can definitely post it. I'm going to come back to your question by the time I'm in the end of our session. So अभी जो मैंने आपसे बात की, this was into details about what are the alarming signs about child sexual abuse. How can you understand that either your child or your sister, brother is going through something emotionally, and hence showing some kind of an behavioral outbursts, we would say. So be very mindful. Now I'm going to also talk about here, जहाँ आपने समझ लिया होगा कि अगर मुझे बच्चे में ये सब signs signals दिख रहे हैं, there's a huge possibility that my child has gone through an abuse. Now ये चाइल्ड आपसे डायरेक्टली बात नहीं करेगा इस बारे में, क्योंकि बहुत सारा फियर है, बहुत सारा शर्म है इसमें. सो लॉट ऑफ शेम, फियर, रिग्रेट, गिल्ट, ऑल ऑफ दीज इमोशंस डेवलप इन अ चाइल्ड. सो व्हाट द चाइल्ड विल डू, द चाइल्ड विल सिंपली the child needs to be gotten to a point, to a safe zone where your child starts to share with you, where your child starts to feel that this information, it is okay to leak this or speak about this information with you. So you become the person whom your child can trust. So what I'm talking about is not only your own children. It could be your sibling who's younger in age. It could be something like something that you are seeing in your friends' children, and you may pinpoint it to a friend of yours. So आज का जो मेरा ये प्रोग्राम है, it is about spreading this awareness that वो alarming signs and signals किसी को भी दिख सकते हैं. आप अगर एक टीचर हैं तो आप भी ये चीज़ अगर समझेंगे, you can bring it to the perspective of the parents, if the parents are very busy. So maybe you are the person whom this child will show this very easily. So try to understand that what I'm telling you here is basically applicable not only to parents but also to teachers, to school authorities, along with that families, and also the same time boys and girls who have little siblings. And at the same time, now the signs and symptoms I also spoke about were about adolescents, because हम उनको नहीं भूल सकते हैं. Just because we know that they are now getting independent doesn't mean that they cannot be abused. They definitely can be abused, because they are at a very crucial age of puberty. When the girls and boys are hitting puberty, they are also very likely to be abused at this age. And जहाँ हम ये statistics सुनते हैं that every third child who's a girl, is one of them is abused. Every one among 6 boys is being abused. ये जो statistics था ये 2018 का statistics था इंडिया का. Now just imagine the rate of abuse in our country. Hence it is very, very important for all of us to know that this sexual abuse needs to stop by awareness, because when we spread this awareness, we are able to understand our society much more better. We are creating humans who are aware, who are able to help from emotional further damage into the child. So let's see what could be the measures that you can take being an adult and take care of your child. The first measure would be keep track of the behavior and observe close patterns. So now that I've discussed these alarming signs, I know it will be very easy for you to understand ki, oh yeah, there's something wrong. But do not come to a conclusion yet. Observe the child. Track the behaviors. What are the changes that are coming? Try to notice that. And then comes is चीज़ के बारे में I would suggest that, see, I only have the next 30-35 minutes with you. It is very important as a society for us to research a lot about it. And आज जब हमको इसके बारे में पता पड़ा है, and if there is somebody whom we know is going through an abuse, I would suggest that do a lot of research. That what more can I look out for? Then comes I would suggest for some time be mindful of the places where the child is on its own previously, which means that कि ऐसी जगहें जैसे ट्यूशन हो सकता है, it could be like a play area, it could be like coming back from the play, अगर lift नहीं चल रही, the child might use the staircase, so that time also. So be mindful of the places that your child might be alone, and कुछ समय के लिए try to be with your child during such times. It could be a lift, it could be the staircase to your own house, it could be your own house with caretakers there, it could be a tuition, a one-to-one tuition. But try to be with your child as much as possible when you see these signs and symptoms, just so that you can confirm yourself. At the same time, while you're confirming yourself, you're giving your child that assurity that I'm there, feel the safety, I'm here. So a place which has become unsafe for the child, you're making that place again safe. Then comes also, बहुत ज़्यादा important है यहाँ पे during this time, offer your child love and attention as much as possible during such a time. Just because your child is bedwetting, your child is acting cranky, is showing anger tantrums, does not mean that you're also going to do the same. You're also going to be strict. No, you need to be rather much more calmer. You need to be rather much more considerate that my child emotionally is not going through a good phase. I need to take care, and if it is sexual abuse, I need to be a lot more careful, because the scars of sexual abuse last a lifetime for a child. Don't try to be angry on the child just because the child is not coming under your control. When I say control, which means that the child is not calming down. So even after you're doing everything, you might fail, and your child may not open up to you. But that doesn't mean that you will give up. Give the child time. Give yourself that time. Now, also, know very much in details about your child's caregivers. स्कूल में कौन है, ट्यूशन में कौन है, कौन कौन है आसपास, नीचे जब खेलने के लिए जाते हैं तब कौन कौन होता है, the caregivers that you have at home, how is their behavior towards your child. So it could be any person, known, unknown. So be very mindful about each person around the environment of your child. Again, emphasize when to say a no to your child, what to say a no to. That is also very important. इसके साथ साथ सबसे ज़्यादा important है, if such an event has already happened, teach your child how to stay safe. And I would also suggest one more thing, that even before the sexual abuse starts, and today that you have an awareness about sexual abuse, I would suggest you guys who are parents, who are teachers, who are caregivers, who are an older sibling, I would suggest all of you to try to educate that little one. The little one may not understand body parts, but the little one will understand this is good touch, this is bad touch. The little ones will understand which body part another person cannot touch, which is private, which is safe. What to do when somebody touches that, how to respond in that situation, which means if you're alone, what to do, if you're with your friends and in the playground and this is happening, then what to do. So teach your child little ways that that little mind could understand, but understand that you have to also alter your language with the way you speak to your child. What should I say that your child is able to understand that sexual abuse. And finally, when you see that nothing is working out, reach out to an expert, so that you know that your child right now needs an expert to come in, so that it is okay to open up. With this discussion, I come to an end of my today's session with all of you. I will be taking up some of the questions that all of you are asking, and in the meanwhile, if you have some more new questions, we could go about that as well. So one of the questions asked here was, why people do this? Well, I am absolutely understanding the kind of frustration that you're going through when you're telling me that why people do this. I totally understand that, but the problem is that we cannot go into this why. It could be any reason, but we need to safeguard our society from such things that are happening. So rather than saying why people do this, what should I do to take care of this? So if I am today living in a society and I know that there are 100 children in my society, can I like do a good touch and bad touch workshop with them? Can I like contribute to their lives by making them aware about this? So rather than saying why people do this, what can I do to change this? Okay, now Anjali ji is asking how to ask the child if he is going through this. Well, I did explain that first of all, try to create that safe space for the child. If you're not able to create the safe space for the child, in that case, I would advise that you should seek the help of an expert. But first of all, give your child enough time to come to you, to speak to you about it, open up the discussions and go about it. Okay. Now Anjali ji also asks, what are the long-term effect of this in a child's mind, which means sexual abuse का actually दिमाग पे किस तरीके से क्या असर पड़ता है? It could absolutely change the personality of a human being, which means that a person could start behaving for the lifetime. I'm talking about rebel, क्योंकि that submissiveness that the child felt when he did not know what is happening to you, or when she did not know what is happening to her, that submissiveness is now transforming into a rebel, which means that the child is trying to break free from that suppression that you feel. So fear of authoritative figures, and हम सब समझते हैं कि fear of authoritative figures, how can it impact the life, which means if I'm working somewhere, there is a boss above me. If I'm an entrepreneur, okay, nobody's above me, but then there are things like the legal system, there are things like physical scars and things that people go through, so during an abuse, a person could go through physical scars as well, which could also lead for a long term absolute away from a sexual intercourse, intimacy with anybody, which means that issues with relationship. So the long term effect could be as grave as not wanting to indulge in a relationship emotionally, physically, psychologically. Also at the same time, as I mentioned about the child developing rebellious symptoms, then the third being fear of authority that comes into a human being. Now these are some of the very long-term impacts of child sexual abuse on a person. So Akash asks an important question: what about those children whose parents are unaware and are uneducated? Well, Akash, I must make you aware that there are organizations, and also an organization that Ansh, that today I have become a part of and I'm associated with, Ansh, they also work into educating the uneducated about sexual abuse, and the workshops like Good Touch, Bad Touch, which are basically the workshops in which children are made to aware about what to do in such situations. Understand that these children are also taught ways. So it's not that our society is doing nothing about it. We are doing a lot of things, just that we need more people, and hence this kind of an awareness is important to develop more sensitive, more empathetic people who could contribute in furthermore spreading the awareness that child sexual abuse needs to stop, because it's not only the child whose life is getting hampered, it's the entire child and the adult tomorrow whose life is getting hampered. So we need to know what are we doing, rather than sitting at home and saying that why people do this. Let's today take an action towards creating a society which is absolutely important for all of us. And this society can only become beautiful when people like you, people like me, are joining hands and coming together in creating this awareness more and more in and around us. With this, guys, I come to an end of my today's discussion with all of you. It was lovely coming here. Thank you so much.